Hey, hello, I'm Tunesy. If you couldn't tell by the channel name, of course. Episode 6 of freaking craziest crimes in every state. No freaking way. Tomorrow it's gonna be a freaking week. Oh my goodness. Can y'all believe that? Already a freaking week. Um, so far the series isn't popping off as I expected, but I gotta give it some time. So, hopefully it pops off and all the, thinking into it came it was worth it. Today we're doing my home state, my home freaking state, guys. Have you guys ever met a YouTuber that was from here? We're doing Colorado. Heck yeah, Colorado. Now I had different I had two different ones that I wanted to do. I had the Aurora, no, three. I had the Aurora movie theater shooting, the Colombian high school shooting, or what was it? What was the third one? Oh, the like a bulldozer destruction something in, I don't know, some little state. But I decided to choose something else, and I think I know this one the most than all the other ones. This one I actually know because I've done research on this one before. And this is one I found craziest and honestly really disturbing because it happened in my own home state. Like, what the heck, guys? What's going on? Um, but yeah, let's get started. Today's crime scene, which I think everyone has heard of before. Um, Although it's a little, this state's a little box state. No one really, like, nothing really happens in Colorado, at least from what I know. But I'm sure everyone heard of this crime scene before. It happened somewhere in 2018, I think. The Watts family murders with Chris Watts and Shanann. Christopher Lee Watts, born on May 16th, 1985, and Shannon Catherine Razuk, born on January 10th, 1984, were from North Carolina. Watts from Spring Lake and Shanann from Aberdeen. They met in 2010 and were married in Mecklenburg County on November 3rd, 2012. The couple had two daughters, Bella Mary Watts, born on December 17, 2013, and Celeste Cece Catherine Watts, born on July 17th, 2015. The Watts family lived in Frederick, Colorado, which I'm guessing is a small state because I've never heard of that one before, and they have lived there since 2013. The family declared bankruptcy in 2015. Anadarko Petroleum employed Watts, while Shanann worked from home, selling a product called Thrive for a marketing company named Level. At 1:48 a.m. on August 13th, 2018, Shanann returned from a business trip to Arizona. She was driven home by her friend Nicole Utoft Atkinson. Over that weekend, Watts had been home with their daughters. Later that day, Shanann and the girls were reported missing by Atkinson, who became concerned when Shanann missed a scheduled appointment and failed to return her text messages. After Shanann missed a business meeting, Atkinson went to the Watts residence at about 12:10 p.m. When the doorbell and knocks went unanswered, Atkinson notified Watts, who was at work, and called the Frederick Police Department. A Frederick police officer arrived to conduct a welfare check at about 1:40 p.m. During the welfare check, Watts gave the police officer permission to search the house, where the family dog was discovered unharmed, but no signs of Shanann or the girls. Searchers discovered Shanann's purse containing her keys and her medicine. Her phone was later located between the couch cushions. Shanann's wedding ring was found on the bedside table during the search of their home. The FBI and the Colorado Bureau of Investigation joined the investigation the next day. Watts initially told police that he had no idea where his family might be and that he had not seen his wife since 5:15 a.m. the previous day when he left for work. He gave interviews to Denver stations outside the house, pleading for the return of his wife and daughters.
If you have any, though, so feel free to step in. My last question is, if your wife can see this, if she can watch these, what would you like to tell your wife and your kids?
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
So, yeah, that's it. I can take that mic off you.
Investigators with search dogs could be heard on the property during the interview. On August 15th, 2018, Watts was administered a polygraph test, which he failed. He later confessed to his father, Ronnie Watts, and then to authorities that he had killed Shanann, but claimed that he did so because Shanann had smothered their daughters.
Huh? She heard him? Yeah. And then well, no, I thought not her. You heard her. Did they leave after that for a long time? So she started hurting the kids. Paper.
Watts claimed that he had discovered Bella's corpse, and that when he found Shanann in the process of strangling Celeste, he strangled Shanann in a fit of rage before disposing of their bodies at the Anadarko oil field where he worked. Watts was arrested that day.
Chris, go and stand up for me. I'm going to have you face that wall over there. Yep, just face it. Lift up your hands. Okay, go and face this wall. Okay, go and face me. Okay, you don't have anything on you, right?
Watts marked the locations of the bodies on a photograph of the oil field for investigators, who arrived there on August 16th at 11 p.m. Watts' daughters, who had been smothered by his bare hands, were found in crude oil storage tanks, while Shanann was buried in a shallow grave. Bella and Celeste's body had each been pushed through a hatch at the top of a different oil tank. According to the medical examiner, Bella had scratches on her left buttock from being shoved through this hole. A tuft of blonde hair was found on the edge of one of these hatches. On August 21st, Watts was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, including an additional count per child cited as death of a child who had not yet attained 12 years of age and the defendant was in position of trust, unlawful termination of pregnancy, and 3 counts of tampering with the deceased human body. By the day of his arrest, Watts had been fired by Anadarko. He was denied bail at his first court appearance. On August 13th, on a neighbor's security camera, which showed Watts, hours after he killed his wife and daughters, loading a gas can into the bed of his pickup truck and then backing the vehicle into the garage. Police believed that he was transporting the bodies of his family to the remote oil work site, where they were later discovered. They were shortly after Shanann was seen returning home from a business trip, and proved that she never left the home with their daughters the day they disappeared, as Watts had claimed to police. In an interview on Dr. Phil, Watts' lawyer claimed that he had confessed to killing Shanann after an argument regarding divorce. During the murder, Bella walked in on the couple. Watts then told her that Shanann was sick. He loaded Shanann's body and the girls, without their car seats, into the backseat of his work truck. He later smothered the girls, one after the other. Watts pleaded guilty to the murders on November 6. The death penalty was not put forward by the district attorney of Weld County, at the request of Shanann's family, who did not wish for any further deaths. They were supportive of his decisions to accept the plea deal. On November 19th, he was sentenced to 5 life sentences, 3 consecutive and 2 concurrent, without the possibility of parole. He received an additional 48 years for the unlawful termination of Shanann's pregnancy and 36 years for the 3 charges of the tampering with the deceased body. On December 3rd, 2018, Watts was removed to an out-of-state location due to security concerns. On December 5th, he arrived at Dodge Correctional Institution in Waupun, Wisconsin, to continue serving his life sentences. In June 2021, Inside Edition reported further confessions from Watts to a pen pal. In multiple letters, he explained that he had planned the murder for several weeks and that the OxyContin found in Shanann's system was given to her by him, hoping to end her pregnancy because he believed that would make it easier for him to be with his girlfriend. Walt additionally revealed that he attempted to smother his children in their beds at home, but unlimitedly was unsuccessful. On September 30th, 2020, Netflix released American Murder: The Family Next Door, a documentary about the murders. The documentary featured archival footage, including home videos, social media posts, text messages, and law enforcement recordings. I think this story is also one of the craziest ones that I found, in my opinion, especially since it's from my home state. What the heck? Um, Shanann, Celeste, and Bella did not deserve their deaths. Um, I feel like if he wanted a divorce, he could have just divorced her instead of arguing about it. Of course, there's gonna be an argument, but he didn't have to kill her. Um, but yeah, that's the end of today's video. This one is very sad. I'm not gonna lie, because this one he killed his own children. Um, yeah, Colorado has a lot of interesting crime scenes, but this one was the most insane one, or like crazy one I found, and the one that I really like dive deep into. I've watched the Netflix series and it's just sad seeing the clips and stuff. Um um but yeah, Colorado's crazy coming from a Coloradoan. I think that's how you call it. I don't know. Um and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoy this series so far. Please tell me if I need to slow down or anything, please, because I will. I'll try at least. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.